Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and Attention Coach Jeff Copper, and I'm here to talk about expectations. In a prior video, we talked about what expectations were, the nature of expectations, both explicit, implicit, realistic, and unrealistic. This video is really to kind of talk about managing expectations. I once heard it said that expectations are, how did they say? It is predetermined resentments. Think about that. Expectations are predetermined resentments. If there are implied expectations, somebody has an expectation of you and they haven't explicitly defined them and you're not aware of them and you haven't agreed to them, you get very resentful as a result of some of those. So in terms of managing expectations, what I've learned over the years in coaching people with ADHD and just my life is that the best thing to do about managing expectations is to outline them, to define them up front, on the front side. State what expectations are, come to terms, have an agreement what's realistic and what's not realistic, what you can deliver, what you can't deliver, and move forward. If everybody's having an open, frank conversation about those expectations, or you set the expectations on the front side, it makes things a lot easier as things take place. One of my favorite sayings, I'd rather ask for permission than beg for forgiveness, kind of falls within that purview. Also, the conversation about expectations and realistic expectations is really important with ADHD. A parent might have expectations that their child might go to college. That's very, very frequent and very often. But realistically, they might not be made the best student. Maybe vocational school might be the right way to go. That's one where discussions have to be made and some research to come together and say what expectations really make some sense. Okay, so the point of the last video about the nature of expectations and this one is to create an awareness around it, to get you thinking about it and realize that expectations can be predetermined resentments. And that your happiness and your lot in life and success a lot of times is determined on what your beliefs are and what your expectations are. And often I've coached many people where the biggest issue in their life wasn't what they were doing or not doing, but unrealistic expectations or trying to manage everybody else's implied expectations. So with that being said, tangibly, we didn't solve any of your problems, but I think that you find if you go out there with a mindset of looking for expectations and understanding them and begin to manage them, you might be surprised at how you can impact your world in a positive way. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button right there. Leave some comments. I'm interested in your thoughts and strategies that you've used to manage expectations on the front side. With that, we hope you've enjoyed this edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.